Alright, so, kind of an unboxing video here. I've wanted one of these for a while, and, what was it? My son was getting ready to go out and do some skeet shooting. He asked me if I wanted to go to the store, pick up some shotgun shells and some pistol rounds and stuff with him, and I was like, sure! And then I walked by the case, and yeah, well, we all know what happened after that, right? So, I picked this up. Here we go. What's in the box? Really, who cares? You know, your normal accoutrements. It did come with a couple of magazines, which is really cool.
Hello, family members.
Hey, for those of you that don't know, this is the Ruger. Okay, RXM. All right, 9mm. They say it's basically a clone of the Glock 19. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice trigger pull. I hear all kinds of stuff, and you know, you really do. So I got two magazines. It's cut for an optic. You got your pins and screws here. I don't know, I just got home. I haven't even really looked. Nothing down there. Up here, you got, what we got here? Yeah, just usual stuff. Magpool. This is, you know, they make this in conjunction with Magpool. That's cool, right? I've gone online, done some research, all right, and let's get all this junk out of the way. I picked up an extra magazine. I picked up Glock 19. What do we got here? Gen 5. All right. Should be a 15-round magazine. That's what it comes with. So far, I mean, I haven't done anything. I just picked it up. It fits nice, really nice in the hand. It, you can tell it's got the Magpool stock. I've looked online. You can buy different colors of these things for like $39. It's got a pretty good mag well, if you look at it, right? It's not bad, right? I'm not one of those guys that can't find a mag well. I've never really had a problem. On my Canic, I have the Meta, right here, the FSX. I have put that mag well on there 2-3 times. I just always end up taking it off. So I'm not one that really enjoys that stuff. Now, I've heard a lot of gun tubers out there, and you know, look guys, we all know they just make stuff up, okay? Their opinion is really no, you know, you're the one that's going to be shooting. It's really no better than your opinion. It's what you feel comfortable with. Like already I can tell you, some of the guys were saying that the trigger was bullshit. Excuse my French. Other guys said it was nice. I kind of think it's not too bad. Right? So, whatever you want to think about that. But fits good in the hand. Like I said, I've looked at these things. They're $39 online. I do like the cut up here in the front and in the back, and it's good. It's really grabbing. Slide works really nice. It's basically, you know, what they say, a Glock Gen 3 copy. And, you know, I have an issue. I did buy a Glock magazine. Like I said, let me put this thing in there. Here. Fits about the same. I do like that magazine. I like this right here where I can just grab a hold of it. They drop really good. Now, I heard it again when I was buying this. The kid behind the counter, young guy, he was like, oh, the magazines that come with it, right? The mag pools are no good. It's funny because I know a guy that's got this and he didn't complain at all with the magazines. It seemed to work perfect with these. I've always been a firm believer in, I usually shoot the magazines that come with the pistol. I don't tend to go do other things with it. I figure, you know, they put them in there. Just like for me, I'll see if I can, yeah. For me, this type of pistol is really, it's difficult for several different reasons. One, as you can tell, I got a short thumb. So takedown is always difficult for me, especially on a brand new pistol. So, let me see here. Yeah. So you can see I have issues with this type of pistol. Some white grease in there. Yeah, it looks nice, right? Looks exactly like, tell you the truth, looks exactly like a Taurus inside, which looks exactly like a Glock inside. There's really, I'm not really a brand slob like a lot of the people tend to be. So, let's put this back together. That's not bad. Feels good. If it works out, which I do not think I'm going to have any problems with it, I'm going to probably work this into my carry rotation. Yeah. Yeah, I got a holster for it already. See, that's what I love, man. These urban carry holsters, you know, this one's the R205 model, right-handed. Yeah, it pretty much, this thing fits a G3. It fits my 2311. I mean, these things are great. It's a workhorse of a holster, right? Was carrying that one, but yeah, it's very nice. Like I said, you know, it depends. If you're really into Glock, I mean, yeah. But, yeah, a Glock like this will cost you about $200 more than this. I paid, let me see here. Yeah, $399.99. $32.99 for the Glock magazine, you know, then sales tax, $468 coming out the door, and that's in Texas. But, yeah, it feels good. The sights, it's got a, like you can see up there, a tritium of some sort. Yep, and then the black back there in the back. The cut looks really good. It's got your Ruger on it. The sights are higher sights, so if you want to suppress it, you'd have to buy another barrel, of course. I heard tell that their newer models, they're selling them now with the threaded barrel, which is, I don't tend to shoot anything suppressed. But, yeah, I'm a country boy, live out in the country. What I like about this is I really wanted one of those SIGs. But the 320 or the M18 model, whichever, okay? But when you read the forums and you got away from the fanboys online and the gun channels and all of that smoke screen, they're still trying to protect that. there's something wrong with the SIGs, you know, in my opinion. There was just too many incidents, all right? And yeah, SIG had, you know, they explained their way out, tried to explain their way out of everything. Oh, this and that, and this and that. And oh, it could have been this, and you know, we've never lost a lawsuit, and yeah, I didn't like the way they handled it right off the bat. But like I said, when you really went into the forums, when you went into the military sites, and you checked the testing, and you found out it didn't go through the second phase of testing, only went through the first phase, yeah, I really liked the modular thing, so I really wanted that pistol. But early on, I knew I wasn't going to buy it, okay? Just, I wasn't going to carry it. I didn't feel safe with it. But I did want a modular system, right? And this has the modular system. It's similar, but not quite like the SIG. This has actually 3 holding points. It has a pen here, then of course your safety, right? Or the takedown lever. And then there's one right here. You drive those out with drift pins. Perhaps that's what SIG's problem was. They only have one pin up here in the front, you know, take it out, and yeah. And maybe that's what the problem was with their firearm. But, you know, I wanted one like that because, you know, I might want to change the grip out, right? So, but I couldn't buy the SIG, so when Ruger came out with this, I gave it a while. I haven't seen anybody really complaining about it. I mean, it's like if you like the Glock 19, you'll like this. So far, it's really nice. I like how it's cut up here for your gas pedal, they call them, right? But for me, it's, as you can tell, I cut part of my thumb off when I was younger, so I don't reach that shelf anyway. I'd have to put my hand way up there, and that ain't going to work. So I generally, when I hold it, I'm doing one of these things. I ride this thumb on top of that. It's about what I'm left with. But so far, I'd go outside and pop some rounds off. But I think it's a beautiful looking pistol. I've been eyeing up the green frame for it. I might go there. But these are not lined like the Glock magazines are lined. But I'm not anticipating. I've had a lot of Magpul stuff, and I've never been disappointed with any of them. I've had everything from magazines to rifle stocks from them. So I'm not anticipating that there'll be anything wrong with these magazines. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about the magazines, at least anybody I trust. But the only reason I bought an extra magazine was because I do like to have 3 magazines for my carry guns. My guns that I really use for range toys, those, I like to have 5. But, you know, for this one, this is, like I said, I'm going to work it into my carry rotation. I'd go outside and shoot it right now, but it's raining. But so far, that's what we got. And I think Ruger did a good one here. I own, I own a lot of Ruger pistols, but they're revolvers and 22s. Yeah, I own probably 6 Ruger 22 Wranglers and the Bird's Head and stuff like that. I bought one for everybody in my family. They're fun. They're good to shoot. I guess if I had a go-to rifle, it would be my my Mini 14, of course, and that's a Ruger. So, yeah, I have the Mini 14 Ranch rifle, so yeah, I mean, so now I got 2 Rugers, right? I'll end up carrying this one. From what I understand, and I have no reason to doubt it, just any Glock holster will work for it, so I've got plenty of range holsters that this will fit into. So pretty much, I just needed a magazine, and that's it, right? I will say one thing on these. They're not like the Glock where they have all the, right? So you don't have all the windows just down here, it's looking like, but that's fine. Does anybody ever use those? Because I sure don't. Maybe sometimes when I'm loading, I'll lose count. But pretty much, no, I don't really use those windows for nothing. If I'm in doubt, I just put a fresh magazine in. But it feels really good in the hand. I do like the magazines that they come with. That's pretty cool. So, yeah. You know, like I said, the one thing I don't like about these styles is this really small takedown. It's hard for me, and like I said, I'm a one-off. I don't think very many people have this problem, right? That's one thing that I did like on on the Canic. They give you a better purchase point for it, right? I mean, this is basically a copy of a Glock inside too. But yeah, I mean, these here I can grab easier when I do it, see? So yeah, it's a lot easier for me rather than those little ones. That's it. What you cooking, my dear?
I am making tuna for the boy.
It's all right.
Might be burning by now.
Uh-huh. I always do that. There it is. Keep forgetting on this one I don't have to pull that as far as you do on the Glocks. But yeah, this is going to be something interesting. I have no doubt that it's going to be a nice pistol. Everybody I've seen, it's got, you know, if you want it or not, there's a notch right here so you can look into it, see if there's a bullet in the chamber. You know, some of them will have the extractor up here sticking up. Some are on the side. You can touch it and feel it. But, yeah, I've got a couple other pistols with that, too. But, you know, when you're collecting, buy what you like, okay? I like that. For me, that's a pretty good button. I like it. I've heard other people complain about it, but I think that's pretty good. But anyway, I mean, it's got the rail on the bottom, just like, you know, I always say Taurus, because I have a lot of those Tauruses, and man, I'll tell you, you know, I don't know what anybody thinks about them. I've never had a problem. Matter of fact, me and all three of my sons and my wife have a Taurus in our daily carry rotation, you know. G3s, G2s. My one son carries a P92, you know, stainless steel, so he's out there styling. But anyway, this is what it is. Let me know what you think, but yeah, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's a pretty good looking pistol. All right, y'all have a good night. God bless.